Reading is an essential part of life. It helps us communicate, learn, and preserve knowledge so that it does not fade away. That is why we are taught how to read young and are provided books to read by our schooling system. Once you've hit high school, while you're no longer learning much about reading on its own, there is still a library provided to students. What might you think is in said library? Works by Shakespeare? Yes. Books like Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings? Also a yes. What about smut? Would you expect smut in a school library? If you do not know what smut is, it is porn, but in book form basically. Unless you want the official definition by most old dictionaries, because then it would just be grime and dirt. If you don't know what porn is, you're either extremely sheltered or way too young to be watching this. Okay, moving on. Well, guess what? There is smut in many American school libraries. These books are labeled as young adult stories, while being blatant written pornography. There are a lot, and they all describe sexual situations in ways that glorify them. I don't really know the titles of any of the ones that my school carries, but I do know they carry them because of one book. The Things We've Never Got Over is smut at its finest. Many smut book readers consider this of the spiciest degree. I'm kidding, of course, but I have seen it been called extremely erotic. My school carries this book, which I didn't even know existed until popular YouTuber BSTCHLD, most known for Cartel TikTok, which itself is not very appropriate for young audiences, but whatever. He had his friend on stream and he read it. And well, I'll just put the clip here.
Touch and pull of her around my fingers. It was fucking beautiful. That's right, baby, I murmured. Feel me in you. I sucked gently while working the swollen bud with my tongue. She let out a wrenching moan, and I felt her come apart around my fingers. She was a miracle, a work of art. And no one deserved her. No Warner, not even me. But not deserving something wasn't going to stop me from taking. The waves broke. The clenching became a languid flutter, and still my cock ached. I wanted to thrust into her and feel the echoes of her orgasm on my shaft. Then she was pulling me to my feet, and her fingers were at my belt. My palms went to the door as she reverently released my erection, and she sank to her knees. You don't have to do this, Naomi. My whisper was harsh with need. I want to. Her lips were parted. I felt her hot breath on my thigh, and my cock jerked.
No, it does not say my cock jerked.
God, I hope that everyone who heard that knows that is not supposed to be in a library. When I brought this up to my librarian, she put up some interesting, yet stupid, points. Her first point was that there are 18-year-olds in our high school. Well, that is true. They make up about 3% of our students, probably. Also, that does not mean smut should be in our library, as they could have gotten the book from a normal library or online. They have no way of stopping underage people from getting the book. Her second point was that Illinois, where I live, does not allow the banning of books. But that doesn't mean she had to go out and buy it with school money now, did it? Because she buys all the books that she puts in our library. And a third point was presented by a senior who was also in the library, which was that sex is a normal part of life. While that may be true, the book presents sex in a hot and steamy way, making it seem fun. That should not be instilled on someone under the age of 18 because teen pregnancy is extremely serious and romanticizing sex to minors will likely encourage sex, which causes more teen pregnancy. Also, reading this book at a young age could end up leading you into further degenerosity at a young age, maybe even leading to a porn addiction. Porn addictions lower self-worth and could encourage weird behavior, which is not good. So, in my personal opinion, and I hope everyone else's, smut should not be allowed in school libraries, yet it is. If if you agree, like the video, and if you don't, comment your counter arguments and I'll reply because I do not mind discussing this.